if x to the power of 4 plus 1 by x to the power of 4 is equals to 47, then we are asked to find out x plus 1 by x. Okay, so x to the power of 4 plus 1 by x to the power of 4 is equals to 47 given. So this can be written as x square whole square plus 1 by x square whole square is equals to 47. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add 2 on both sides. So x square whole square plus 1 by x square whole square plus 2 is equals to 47 plus 2, that is 49. And this whole expression is in the form of a square plus b square plus 2ab. This can be written as x square plus 1 by x square whole square is equals to 49. From this, x square plus 1 by x square is equals to square root of 49, that is 7. Again, on adding 2 on the both sides, so x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 is equals to 9. And this LHS can be written as x plus 1 by x the whole square is equals to 9. And this x plus 1 by x is equals to square root of 9, that is 3. So what is the value of x plus 1 by x? That is 3. So first option is the correct answer for this question. Now let us go with the next question. The area of triangle formed by the 3 points 0, 6, 4, 0 and origin. Okay, so for this we can use that area of triangle, that is 1 by 2 times of mod of x1, and that all formula we can use. But if you have visualized these points on the Cartesian plane, so we get the answer very easily. First point is what? 0, 6. 0, 6 lies on y-axis. And second point is what? 4, 0 lies on x-axis. And origin, this is an origin. And by joining these 3 points, we get a triangle. And in this triangle, this is a right angle triangle whose base is 4 units, height is 6 units. So area of triangle is equal to half into base 4 into height 6. So so what you get it as a 12 square units. That is the second option is the correct answer. Okay, if you have visualized these points in the Cartesian plane, we can get the answer very easily. Now let us see the next question. The value of log sin 30 plus log sin cos 60 minus log tan 60 degrees. Okay, so we know that log A plus log B can be written as log of A into B. By using this formula, this can be written as log sin 60 into cos 60 by tan 60, we can write. Okay, whose base is 2. So we know that values of sin 60, it is root 3 by 2. And this is cos 61 by 2 by root 3. Root 3 get cancelled. This can be written as log 1 by 4 to the base 2. So 1 by 4 can be written as 2 to the power of minus 2 to the base 2. This can be written as minus 2 times of log 2 base 2. We know that value of log A base A is 1. By using this, its value is minus 2. So third option is the correct answer for this question. Okay, now let us see this next question. Volume of a sphere of radius is 3.5 centimeters. Okay, we have given that radius of a sphere as a 3.5 centimeters, and we are asked to find out the volume. So volume of sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. By using this formula, 4 by 3 times of pi is what? 22 by 7 into 3.5. 3.5 can be written as 3.5 means 35 by 10. So this is 5 2s are 5 7s are, that is 7 by 2. You can written. So r cube means what? 7 by 2 whole cube, that means 7 by 2 into 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. So this denominator 7, numerator 7 get cancelled. Okay, 2 to the 4, 4 get cancelled, 2 on the 2 11 the we get. So what we get? We get it as an 11 into 7 by the denominator 3. So on multiplying this, you will get as an 49 into 11, 539. 539 by 3 is the answer. So that is the first option is the correct one. Now let us go ahead with this next question. Okay, now next question. Okay, if alpha, beta, and gamma are zeros of this polynomial, then we are asked to find out the sum of the zeros, sum of the product of two zeros at once, and the product of the zeros. Okay, we know the standard form of cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and if alpha, beta, gamma are zeros of this one, so alpha plus beta plus gamma will be obtained by minus d by a. So here b is what? Minus 5. So minus of minus 5 by a is 2. So 5 by 2. Okay, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to 5 by 2. And sum of the product of two zeros at once, this alpha into beta and beta into gamma, and alpha into gamma is equals to c by a. So here c means what? Coefficient of x terms. Okay, that is minus 4 by 2, that is minus 2, and product of the roots alpha, beta, gamma is equals to minus d by a. So d is what? 8, minus d is what? Minus 8 by 2, that is minus 4. Okay, so if you observe answer options, 5 by 2, minus 2, minus 4, that is of second option is the correct one. Okay, now let us see this next question. Which of the following is not true? Okay, mode is not affected by the extremes. Mode is not affected by the extremes. This is also true statement, but we are asked to find out a not true. That is false statement we need to select. So first option is a not correct. Okay, mean is influenced by the every observation of the value. Yes, mean is influenced by the every observation, and median is unaffected by the extremes. Median is unaffected by the extremes. That is also correct. And range is a central tendency of the value. So this is a false statement, because central tendencies, we have three measures of central tendencies, that are mean, median, mode. So range is not considered as a measure of central tendency. So for false statement is a fourth one. So fourth option is a correct one, a suitable answer for this question. Okay, so now let us see this next question. The length of the diagonal of a square whose perimeter and area are numerically equal. That means we have given that the area of square is equal to perimeter of square. Area of square is what? A square, that is equal to 4. Perimeter of the square is 4 into each side is a. So from this, a square is equal to 4 into a into a can be written as 4 into a. From this, a is equal to, and transposing this a to other hand, it becomes a denominator. So a get cancelled. So we get it as an a is equals to 4 we got. So each side of square is what? 4 you got. If each side of square is a units, and its a diagonal will be obtained by root 2a. So here also 4 root 2 is the suitable answer for this question. So first option is the correct one. Now let us see this next question. Sum of the first n whole numbers. Sum of the first n whole numbers. Sum of first n whole numbers formula is n into n minus 1 by 2. By using this formula, this is 100 into 100 minus 1, that is 99 by 2. 2 ones are 250 is a 50 into 99, that is 4950. That is the third option is the correct one for this question. Now let us see this next question. The curved surface area of right circular cone whose radius is 3 centimeters and height is 4 centimeters. The radius of this base of this curved circular cone is what? 3 centimeters. Height is 4 units. So we need to find out the slant height. Slant height will be obtained by square root of r square plus h square. R square is what? 3 square plus 4 square, that is square root of 25. So slant height is what? 5 we got. What we need to find out? We need to find out curved surface area. Curved surface area of cone formula is pi RL. Pi means 22 by 7 into R 3 into 5. So on multiplying this, we get it as 330 by 7. 330 by 7. That is the first option is the correct one. Okay. Now let us see this next question. A chalk contains calcium, carbon, and oxygen in the ratio of 10 is to 3 is to 12. And in the stick of chalk, 4 grams of carbon presence, then weight of chalk. Okay. So here we have given that as per the ratio, weight of the carbon is 3 parts. So this 3 part represents 4 grams. From this 1 part given as 4 by 3 grams, and total weight that we are asking. So total weight means what? First one is 10 parts, second one is 3 parts, and oxygen is 12 parts. So and adding this all, you will get a 25 parts value. weight that we are asked to find out. One part weight is what? 4 by 3 grams. So 25 part weight is what? 25 into 4 by 3, that is 100 by 3 grams. So if you convert into decimals, this will be 33.3 grams that we do. So first option is the correct one. Okay. Now let us see this next question. The mean of P and 1 by P is given as a Q. Then we are asked to find out the mean of P square and 1 by P square. So what we have given, mean given, mean of P and 1 by P. Mean means what? Sum of observations by number of observations, that is given as an Q. From this, P plus 1 by P is equals to 2Q. So on applying squaring on both sides, P plus 1 by P whole square gives you 2Q the whole square. This can be written as P square plus 1 by P plus 1 by P square plus 2 times of P into 1 by P. That gives you 4Q square. Okay, P get cancelled. So P square plus 1 by P square is equals to 4Q square minus 2. Okay, so what we are asked to find out the mean of this. So mean means what? Sum of observations by 2. Sum of observations, what we got? 4Q square minus 2 by 2. I'm taking 2 as a common in the numerator. So 2Q square minus 1 by 2 will get the answer. So the required answer is what? 2Q square minus 1. That is our fourth option is the correct one. Okay, now let us see this next question. In the next question, we have given that if the letter is selected from the word computer randomly, then probability of getting the OS. Firstly, let us see that how many letters are there in the word computer. In the computer, we have, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 letters are there. Total 8 letters are there. In this, how many vowels are there? Vowels A, E, I, O, U are said to be the vowels of English alphabet. In this, what are the vowels that we have? O, U, and E. 3 vowels. Vowels is 3. So required probability of getting OL means number of vowels by total letters, that is 8. 3 by 8 is the correct answer. So that is the first option is the correct answer for this question. Now let us see this next question. Okay, a shopkeeper bought 5 articles for 4 rupees and sold 4 articles for 5 rupees. Then profit percentage that we have given. So firstly, let us take cost price and selling price. What we know? We know that cost price of 5 articles, 5 times of cost price of 1 article given as a 4 rupees, and selling price of 4 articles, that is 4 times of selling price of 1 article given as 5 rupees. So we know that LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. So I need to make this cost price of 20, cost selling price of 20, that will get. So to that, if I multiply it by 4 on the both sides, this should be multiplied by 5 on both sides. So 20, 4 5 are 20. 20 cost price, that means cost price of 20 articles is what? 4 4 are 16, that will get. Okay, so selling price of 20 is equals to 25 rupees, that you get. So here, what is the profit? Profit we get as 25 minus 16, that is 9 by cost price is 16 into 100. So 4 4 are 425 are 25 9s are, that is 225 by 4. If you convert it into mixed fraction, this will be get it as an 56 whole 1 by 2, 1 by 4 percentage. That is the second option is the correct one. Okay, now let us see this last problem in this video. If from the figure, line L is parallel to line M and N is a transversal, this is a line L, this is M, and this is N is a transversal, then we are asked to find out the value of x plus 5y plus z plus 3 degrees. Okay, so if you observe a diagram, these are y and 30 are corresponding angles. So y value we get as a 30, and we know the relation between the x and y as a 180 degrees because these are adjacent angles. These are linear pair angles. Sum of them is equal to 180 degrees. X plus 30 degrees is equals to 180. From this, x is equals to 180 minus 30. That is 150 degrees that you get. Okay, x is equal to 150 degrees. Now, z and 30 degrees are vertically opposite angles. So, z value will be 30 degrees. And what we are asked to find out? We are asked to find out x plus 5y plus z plus 3 degrees. X value as a 150. Okay, and z y into So 5 into y value is 30 plus z value 30 plus 3. So 150 plus 5 into 30 150 plus 30 plus 3. 150 plus 150 300, 300 plus 30 330 plus 3 333 degrees, that will be the answer. So third option is the correct. Likewise we can solve this problem very easily.